Electricity, a key catalyst for development, is a privilege to a minority population in Malawi, a situation that cripples the economy. For decades, various groupings have called on government to employ realistic measures to improve the situation by, among others, diversifying from the country's traditional hydroelectricity. Rural areas are the ones that to date suffer the most on the power situation, but nonetheless, there are individual interventions that save people in other areas. Lukwe Village in Traditional Authority Kachulu in Rumpi is amongst the villages in the country which has suffered a lot due to the absence of electricity. Women here had to be walking about 5 kilometers, which is also mountainous to other areas, just to access grinding mills. Not only this, Lukwe Village was far from attaining economic freedom, as small businesses that depend on electricity could not be exercised due to the same challenge. A 31-year-old John Sailesi grew up seeing the challenge, and it has been his dream to change the situation and bring another song to Lukwe Village. Sailesi had thought of an idea of taking advantage of Manchewe Falls that could generate power. In 2015, Sailesi, together with other villagers, rolled out the Chipopoma Hydro Power to bring electricity to the village. Sadly, only few people believed in his idea, but he did not give up as he saw the problem which needed somebody to solve it. Meanwhile, Lukwe villagers can afford a smile as the Chipopoma Hydro Power is now generating power.
We are the powerhouse where we are producing the KVA. Now, locally used turbines, which was built in Zuzu, and then we have the alternator which was working in Brazil. We are producing the KVA, which we are supplying to the village. As of now, we have started with only the KVA, but if the government can come in to help us, we can produce more than what we are producing now. We can even supply it to the ESCOM grid because we have more than enough water to produce more electricity.
He also wants to increase job opportunities in the village through small businesses that depend on electricity, like saloons, barber shops, grinding mills, including enhancement of education, just to mention a few. But does Sailesi's plans of power generation end here?
Hello viewers, you are with me, Cathie Matura, bringing you Chat with Cathie, where we bring you various innovators, survivors, and unsung heroes in our communities. These are not just stories, but extraordinary, amazing work and lives of people that are happening on the ground that are meant to inspire you and me. Today we are here in Lukwe Village in Livingstonia, Rumbi, where we are privileged to host Mr. John Sailesi, a great and amazing mind. He has more to tell us. Welcome, Mr. Sailesi.
Thank you very much, Cathie.
Viewers, because we are observing social distancing, we are going to remove our masks and proceed with our chat. Our viewers would love to know, who is John Sailesi? When was he born? Is he married? Does he have any kids?
Yes, I've got one daughter. Of course, I'm married. I was born in 1989. Yeah.
How many are you in your family?
We are 9 of us in our family.
Okay, that's very great to hear. So, like I've mentioned earlier on, you have taken us to your power plant. We have seen the maize mill. We have seen women who were waiting. We actually disturbing them because they wanted to mill their maize. Mr. Sailesi, we would love to know what really inspired you to come up with this hydro generation power plant.
All right, I'll explain my background. We are 9 in our family, and my father passed away when I was only 4 years.
Oh, sorry about that.
So my mother found a job. He was working as a nun in Zuzu. And the house that we are living in was electrified.
Okay.
So it was electrified, but I was working with small toys like the motors, the radios, and so many things. Yeah, so we kind of like, I grew up like making small things using like electricity. So I had the mind of electricity.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just to take you back a bit, school mnapita nayo pachali bwanji bwana Sailesi?
Just because of my father passed away, my mother was kind of like lacking financial support. I just ended up from 2.
From 2.
Yeah.
All right, that's well understood. So now, against that background in Zuzu, you were staying in an electrified house, you were playing with toys, motors, this and that. Now you are staying in the village. What inspired you to come up with this project here in Lukwe Village?
Yeah, just because I was playing with the toys that was like scraps. We are trying to generate our own electricity from the scraps. So I grew up with the friends that were doing that activity. So I had that mind, and I thought of our village because we have the like natural order for which is learning all year round. I thought of it.
But what was it that you saw that really touched your heart to say, John Sailesi, you have to do something, come up with electricity generation? What was it? Maybe the women power supply. I've just seen there we have Livingstonia University. They have electricity, but you're just less than a kilometer away from there, and you don't have electricity.
Yeah, because there have been so many years. We thought that maybe our village would be electrified, but they have never electrified us. So I thought like, villagers, let's come together and make our own power station. And then I consult my friends in Zuzu that, guys, do you mind helping me to do our own power station in the village? They said, yes, we can help you. But according to the place where we're generating the power, it's very difficult to access.
Okay.
Yeah. So my friends just fell out like, we cannot do it.
You cannot do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you also get to present your case to the community to say, we don't have electricity, we have pylons, electricity coming from Chilumba passing through our village. How was the response like when you pitched this to the community?
I only had like 15 people who accepted. The other people were saying that this cannot happen because there have been so many people who have been looking at our waterfall. They have not managed to bring the electricity from the waterfall. And you are saying that you can bring the electricity from the waterfall. How? You are just a crook, we just need to get our money away and run away from us.
So when did you start this project, Mr. Sailesi?
It has been 6 years ago when I started this project.
That's 2015.
Exactly.
And when did it come to fruition for you to start having the electricity that we are seeing in the maize mill, people having power in their houses?
This is
2021.
Yeah, we had it going for 3 weeks.
That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about your friends in Zuzu whom you reached out to so that they could support you on your project, and they said they could not. It was initially impossible, and only 15 people in the village accepted your idea. But now you have electricity. Where did you get the support? How did this come to be?
I should say I have to thank God just because the way our village is, we are blessed just because we have the waterfall. So the waterfall is kind of attracting the tourists to come and build in
Lukwe Village.
Yeah, in Lukwe Village.
Okay.
So I went to the lodge. It's called Mushroom Farm.
Mushroom Farm. Okay.
Yeah, where I met the lady. It's called Maddie Makrista.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So Maddie Makrista introduced me to his brother, who is Cameron Makrista.
Okay.
Cameron Makrista introduced me to Naomi,
okay,
who is the lady is at the homestay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I asked for the support from those people because the community kind of like skipped me. They say, you guys, you're just crazy.
You're a dreamer.
Yeah, you cannot do this.
Okay.
So these guys, they said that, we're going to help you. And then they started helping me, like buying cements, the pipes, and the alternator, which is producing power as of now.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
So Nebuti Azungo, they are also getting nuggets from your station?
No, they are not.
They are on the national grid?
They are not on the national grid, they are on the solar.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
They say that we just want to support you, we don't want to benefit from this, but we just want to help
just
the
for
community.
the benefit of you and the community.
Exactly.
However, Sailesi did not do this on his own. He was given a hand by UNDP Malawi Energy Regulatory Authority MERA. He and the villagers had raised about 16 million kwacha, while the UNDP, with government involvement, funded the project with 30 million kwacha, making it to about 46 million kwacha.
Mr. Sailesi, you have told us about how your friends, the tourists who have the lodges here, came in to help you, how the community is coming in, supporting you towards the project. Tell the viewers, has there been any other external partners coming in, like the government, maybe through the regulatory authority, MERA, maybe some international development partners, even local ones? Did they chip in with any help towards the project?
Of course, I would say the MERA came us to give us like the guidelines, like how we could proceed with the project, as well as the UNDP. It has supported us with everything, the transmission lines, the transformers.
So they came in with financial support.
Yeah, we at the first time we didn't have proper pen stock. They provide us with pen stock, nice. We have even improved the powerhouse. I should just say everything the UNDP has done it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Sailesi. So now, you told me this project, you started it 6 years ago, and now this is 2021. 3 weeks ago, you started having power in your houses, which I can say it took approximately about 5 years. So where do you see this project in the next 5 years?
In the 5 next years,
where do you want it to be?
I want to supply it in the ESCOM grid, because we want to extend it and supply it to the national grid, so that maybe we reduce the blackout. Because we have run this power for 3 weeks and we have never had that blackout.
Non-stop, no interruption.
Not any interruption.
Oh, that's a very great achievement. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Sailesi, viewers would also love to know, electricity, this is something that can be for free. Are you already selling units or any plans, and how affordable are these electricity units going to be from your power station?
As of now, it's kind of like just a trial after 6 years, and we have just started like producing electricity. And as of now, I would say that people are not paying it because we are testing. We have connected like 11 houses as of now, plus the maize mill. So the units will be available. The UNDP are trying to help us to source the gadgets for the units.
For you to be selling units to the community.
Yeah. I would say that next week these things will be coming in the village.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So we'll connect. I think we'll start with 85 houses as of now, because I've seen that these 85 houses are ready. Yeah, so the units will be available. We had an office. Yeah, so we have the units there.
Maybe one question that I missed, Mr. Sailesi. You're supplying electricity to the community. Approximately how many households do you have in Lukwe Village?
As of now, we have 300 houses.
And how many have had the connections, the pipes, everything done?
I would say as of now, what I've seen is like 85 houses are ready. But the other ones, they have just put the tubes and the other things. So I would say total will have like 200 and maybe 30 houses in a few months.
Oh, that's great. That's a very great feat. So, Mr. Sailesi, looking at your project, it's something that I can safely say it's out of this world. It's extraordinary. What's your word? What's your comment on this to fellow Malawians who would despise others, people like you? Like what your friends did, they say that, you know what, John, what you're saying is not feasible, but it's something that came to fruition. What's your word? What's your comment on this?
I would urge all the viewers that if there is people with that spirit, they should stop, because you know we had like blessings. God bless anyone. He never looks at the face or what, he just bless. the blessings are coming on the human. God is doing something for a reason. Like on this community, God came to me with a reason. That's why we had electricity now. I had a lot of discouragers. They were discouraging people that he just needs the money to run away to South Africa. But that was not my aim. My aim was to develop this village. For the barber shop, the kids were moving 5 kilometers to access the barber shop. The ladies from this community, they were moving 5 kilometers to access the maize mill. So I came with this idea to help the community. But some members of the community, they were discouraging the other communities. I only had 15 people who were 200 something. Yeah.
That's very disturbing.
I should say 300 homes. I only had like 15 houses that were supporting me. So I would urge all the viewers, please don't be discouraged. Please try to support somebody if he's coming with the idea. Try to encourage him so that he should come up with something.
Alicia Galua, Lukwe Villager, has commended Sailesi for bringing the project to the village as it will serve the long-standing challenge they have been facing. She lamented the absence of grinding mills in the area due to the electricity challenge. Galua said this will also help in job creation in the area through small businesses. She then called upon all Malawians who have the capacity to bring various developments to their respective villages to copy from Sailesi.
Magesi awa atipindulira kwambiri. Choyamba cheni chimene chatipindulira kumagesi anchigayo.
I have known Mr. Sailesi many years back, as he is the son of this land. This electricity development has benefited us a lot. To begin with, we have a maize mill now in our village. Us as women, we used to suffer a lot by traveling about 5 kilometer distance with maize mill on our heads, just to access grinding mill at Livingstonia. You can agree with me the distance is huge. Secondly, we are expecting to boost our businesses. For example, hybrid chicken layering will be simple as we have electricity. On top of that, it will add entertainment to our children in terms of televisions, as they will be now watching TVs. I encourage you in your areas that if your communities are having some individual with great ideas, as a community, you need to take an initiative of helping them in making that idea into reality. If you do that, it will not just benefit one person, but the whole community, despite being an idea of one person. On the other hand, I believe this development will enhance job creation. We want to come up with a cooperative to venture into sunflower farming, and we will be producing cooking oil on our own, which will create more jobs to the youth in our community. Again, we are so happy that at last we now have electricity. We are so proud and grateful as to this development, which will go along many in solving our challenges in different sectors.
Kapena mwabadwa muntu wazeru zonga zimene apanga John Sailesi chonde tiende athandize.
Inadequate electricity supply is so huge in the country, which other quarters think contributes a lot to the deforestation, as many use charcoal as a substitute to electricity power. According to the 2018 Population and Housing Census report, established that only 11.4% of Malawi's population use electricity for lighting, while 2% use electricity for cooking.
So as I've said that we are producing electricity because also to access the network coverage here, it is kind of a difficult situation. So I'm trying to invite all the guys working on the network that they can come and put their transmission. We can supply them electricity because with this coronavirus, the kids are learning on line. So it will really help us if they can boost the internet in this side because it will keep the education moving on.
That was Mr. John Sailesi here in Lukwe Village, where he is doing amazing work a great innovator in his own right. Just 3 weeks ago, he started providing power to his village, and they have had 3 weeks of uninterrupted power supply. You were with me, Cathie Matura, here on Chat with Cathie, a platform where we bring in various innovators, unsung heroes and survivors who are doing amazing work in our communities. Until next time, it's goodbye for now.